Well, thank you very much for joining me, Dakota. It's deeply appreciated. September 30th, you have a massive fight in Paris. And as a martial artist, it's your dream to fight all over the world. How do you feel fighting on such a spectacular night at such a spectacular venue?
Yeah, I'm excited. I've heard quite a few things about Paris. Obviously, I've heard the crowd's quite crazy. They haven't had MMA like accepted as a sport for quite a few years. So it's nice to be able to get over there and fight now the rules have changed.
Yeah, most certainly. I mean, being in Paris must be incredible for you, but even better to have trained in Florida at one of the best gyms in the
Yeah.
planet, American Top Team. Tell me what that experience has been like.
Yeah, I mean, I love it over there. It's like maybe my fourth time, I think, being there now. And I just love it. I love being in the sun, love training with, a mat full of girls, which is the main thing. Over here, I don't have any girls to train with. So it's nice to be around people that are on the same journey as me constantly. I feel like at home here, I feel sometimes like I'm on my own a lot. So it's nice to be around people who are on the same path as me and want the same things.
You mentioned the girls there. I've seen on your Instagram you've been around Paige Van Zant, Kayla
Yeah.
Harrison. What's it been like to train with those two girls in particular?
Yeah, it's amazing. I mean, Kayla's been in PFL for a few years now. She's obviously had great success, so it's nice to have her, her guidance and her experience around me. Paige Van Zant, she's done amazing things, obviously in the sport. And yeah, there's so many other girls I could mention, but I mean, them two girls, they're lovely as well. They're great people. So
Is there any advice they've given you that's particularly stood out?
um, I mean, I wouldn't say like specific advice, just like their experience in the sport and what they've gone through, like seeing their journeys and watching kind of what's happening with them has been like, you know, great. Not, I wouldn't say practice because their journeys is not practice for me, but it's just good to see like the decisions they make and the directions they go, and I think that's the main thing. Yeah.
It must be great for you, obviously, being in Florida, one of the best gyms in the planet, as we've said, but away from martial arts. Have you been able to experience
Yeah.
what Florida's all about?
Yeah, I have this time, definitely. When I went over this time, obviously, I feel like I've got like friends over there now. I'm a lot more settled. I kind of know where everything is, and just feel a little bit more at home. So, like, I've been on like a few boat trips, and I've gone to eat out at places and gone to watch like the fights on the weekend and stuff in like bars and things like that. So it's been nice to make it feel like home and just spend some time with friends.
I have to ask, not necessarily fight related, but you said there you've been on your boat trips out in Florida. Have you seen any
Yeah.
crocodiles, any alligators? Because I know it's rife out there for that.
Yeah, do you know what? I haven't. But my mum came over to see me for 2 weeks and she went on like the jet skis with my little brother and stuff. She saw dolphins, which was crazy. And she also went on like a crocodile trip, so she did see that, but I haven't done anything like that yet.
You mentioned your mum there. Obviously, you've
Yeah.
achieved so much in your career. In her own right, she was a kickboxing world champion. What was it like growing up
Yeah.
around her?
Um, I mean, for me, it's been like one of the main things about my experience in the sport is because of her, obviously. But yeah, I feel like I've grown up around such a strong role model that it's made me who I am today. That's what's made me the strong woman that I am. And it's nice to just like see how much my mum did for the sport and then me carry it on, along the way as well. And hopefully my kids will do that one day.
Most certainly. And what do you do in your life day to day outside of fighting? What are your hobbies? How do you like to relax?
I mean, when I'm over at American Top Team, I kind of just like sunbathe all the time, make sure I'm topping up my tan, just resting really. But I do a little bit of studying, like reading some things. And obviously, I'm half Bulgarian, so I haven't been able to like read and write in Bulgarian before, which I've now taught myself. So I do that in my spare time as well. So yeah.
That's dead cool. Obviously, your career right now, you've transitioned into mixed martial arts, but you were a seasoned striker before that, doing amazing
Yeah.
things on the Muay Thai circuit, British champion, world champion. Can you tell me a little bit about your Muay Thai career?
Yeah, I mean, I had great success in my Thai boxing career. I got pushed up from being a kid quite quickly just because as soon as people saw me fight, I was at like a decent level. Obviously, they already knew my mum, so everywhere I went, it was kind of like, this is Lisa Howarth's daughter. So everyone knew me quite quickly because of my mum's name. But I mean, I had really successful years in Thai boxing, and it'll always be my first love. But just saw more of a career in MMA, and that's kind of the direction I chose to go. And I'm here now with PFL and living the life that I've always pretty much dreamed of. So I'm happy. I'm happy with how things have turned out.
I mean, in martial arts, we have so many fighters who produce children who are amazing in their own right, from Chris Eubank Jr., Conor Benn,
Yeah.
etc. How did you feel to have that family name? Was it tough to live up to?
Yeah, at times. I mean, it's a lot of pressure. It is a lot of pressure. And, like I said, eyes are on you all the time when you're doing well, but also when you're doing bad, and that's the one thing you don't want to do. You don't want to let your family name down for, giving up or like, just not being the best. And that's kind of what I want. My mum was top level, so I want to make sure that I'm living up to her name for sure.
Well, as of right now, it definitely feels like you're doing that. 8-0 as a professional
Yeah.
in the world of MMA. Your last fight, a first round submission, a great victory in what is a pretty big tournament right now in the PFL.
Yeah, definitely. It was nice to be part of PFL Europe kicking off for the first time. Feel like it's been quite big and it's gone really well. It's Paris is sold out the next round, so I mean we've picked up quickly considering that it's the first year in the tournament. So I'm just excited to be part of a really fast growing organisation, to be honest, and be one of the first ones to be part of it.
And tell me about this opponent that you've got in the next round of the competition. What problems is she going to pose for you? Do you feel like you're going to blitz her and then go on to win the whole thing?
I mean, I'm going to win the whole thing for sure. That's the idea. But I don't think she's one that I'm going to be able to get out too easily. She's a tough girl. She's been around a while, so she's got the experience. And her first round with the girl that she fought was tough. The girl tried to get her out of there and couldn't. So I know that I'm in for a tough fight here, but I don't see her being able to beat me.
Fantastic, Dakota. Thank you very much for talking to me. I really
No
appreciate you
problem.
giving me some time. But before I let you go, is there anything that you'd like to add that I potentially haven't asked you about?
um, No, just I hope everyone enjoys the show in Paris. We're a sold out card for PFL Europe this time, so I'm looking forward to being part of a big show, and I hope you all get some good entertainment out of us in the cage.